I turn on the TV and then I see Walter Scott, a 50-something-year-old man running away from a policeman, getting shot in the back, running away from the policeman. And again, the media, for some strange reason, just seems to forget what the main purpose of the discussion is. Because on day one, they go, unarmed man, shot in the back. Day two, they're like, who was Walter Scott? Let's find out about it. Apparently, he had a charge of assault against him in 1987. So he gets shot for it? How hard did he punch the guy that he gets shot for it in 2015? Oh, did he punch the guy into the future and then he came back to get him? Is that what happened? I mean, it was the 80s. Everyone punched somebody in the 80s. I don't understand why this is a big deal. They were saying the craziest things. They were like, Walter Scott, I mean, everybody's talking about the police officer. Let's talk about him. Why did he run? Why did he run? Because he didn't want to go to jail. Are we really going to live in a world where police no longer want to chase criminals? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're saying? Police no longer want to chase criminals? That's the whole point of the game, isn't it? We played it as kids, cops and robbers, yeah? You've seen the movies, that's what makes it fun. Freeze! You can't catch me, copper. And then you run. That's what makes it fun. Now police no longer want to chase criminals. We're going to live in a world where police, can you imagine what that's going to do to the movie industry? It's going to be horrible. Remember, we're going to be watching Bad Boys 5, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. Freeze! Okay, end of movie, done. This is the worst movie ever. This is the strangest thing. They asked all the weird questions that have nothing to do with a man being shot who is unarmed. And they come out and they go, also noted is that Walter Scott owed $16,000 in child support. To the cop? No, I mean, to the... Because that would be a different story. That would be like, if that was the mother of his children that shot him, then you know what? I may actually be on her side. You never know. Yeah, I might have been there like, you know what, sister? You shoot him in the back, girl. That's right. You shoot him thinking he ain't gonna pay after he play. You shoot him in the back thinking he gonna run away from his responsibilities. Shoot him dead. But this has nothing to do with it. A policeman shoots an unarmed man, he's running away. And then they have the crazy nerve to say, this officer feared for his life, he was afraid. Afraid of what? The man's running away. There's nothing less frightening than somebody running away from you. That is the definition of fear. He's running away. The only thing he could have done to be less threatening is to cluck like a chicken as he does. There's nothing less frightening than a man running away from you. Like, what are you afraid of? You can't say he was running away. I was afraid. Afraid of what? He's running away from you. That makes no sense. You're seeing him from behind. No one's threatening from behind. They're running away. There's no one who's frightened. Like maybe Kim Kardashian, but nobody else he's running away from you. You shoot him in the back. And I was like, yeah, I was afraid. Afraid of what? What do you have, abandonment issues? Why would you shoot a man? My dad left when I was 5. Makes no sense. So I don't know how not to die. And here I am in my car on the side of the road in a random street in Los Angeles. And the whole time I'm just like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And the policeman, he gets out of his car and he starts walking towards me. And his hand is by his side and it's doing this. And I've watched Westerns. I know what this means. This is never good. This never turns into friendship. So now I'm starting to stress and I'm looking at him in the side mirror of my car and I'm panicking because objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. So he's gonna get there at any moment. And I don't know why I did this. Like as soon as he I panicked, I completely panicked and I launched myself out the window. I took my body and I threw it out the window and I fell onto the side of the car, just and onto the side of the car. I basically went back to nature. I thought of a predator, you don't make eye contact and you play dead. That's all I did. I just played dead on the side of the car. Shame, which freaked him out. He was just like, what, hey, what's going on? I said, I'm sorry, officer. I'm sorry. He's like, sure, what are you sorry for? I said, whatever it is that's gonna make you shoot me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, officer. He said, sir, get back in the car. Get back in the car. I said, no. I don't want to die. Please, I'm not falling for that trick. Please, officer, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, sure, I'm not going to kill you. Just get back in the car. Get back. And I mean, Shane, this guy was just as freaked out as I was. I'm not going to lie. Because I mean, when I put myself in his shoes, what does he do? Imagine that you're standing on the side of a guy jumps out of his own car. He can't even call for backup. What does he say? 10-4, I need backup. And what do you need? I got a black guy killed himself. 10-4, you gotta make something up better than that. We'll back you up, don't worry. Like, you can't, like, what do you say? It's just like weird. The guy's freaking out, I'm freaking out, and I'm lying there. And this guy, he approaches slowly, he finally gets to me and lifts my arms and he's like, get back in the car, sir, get back. And he stuffs me back into my window. Get back. I'm like, no, please, I don't wanna die. And he's like, sir, calm down. Okay, I'm sorry. He's like, sir, have you been drinking? I said, no, sir, I haven't been drinking. I said, okay, calm down. Do you know why I pulled you over, sir? He said, it's because I'm black. And now, I wasn't being an ass, nor was I joking. I'd just been informed that as a black person in America, if you drive a really nice car, there's a good chance you're gonna get pulled over by the police. Yeah, so in my world, he was doing his job as I had been told. Yeah, I wasn't judging him. In fact, I was a little flattered. I was like, well, thank you very much, Mr. Officer, for noticing this bad boy right here. That's right, 2015, baby. I was really excited. He was more freaked out though, because I said to him, I said, it's because I'm black. And then he did this thing that I've come to learn is the reaction of white people in America, who, when they hear information they can't process fast enough, have this thing where they smile on the outside, but on the inside, it's almost as if they're short-circuiting. And he looks at me and he goes, I'm sorry, what? I said, because I'm black, that's why you pulled me over? And he goes, no, hey, no, hey, no, that is not, no, hey, I don't, no, that is not, I felt so bad for him. Yeah. I think we both learned a lot that day, the two of us. Grew from that experience.
I'll be honest, I don't think that textbook thing is like a real issue. I feel like it's one of those manufactured issues that often happens in America that gets people riled up and gets them fired up, fighting about something that was never an issue to begin with, you know? And the reason I say this is because that's honestly what I believe. I feel like in America, politicians have done a really good job of tricking Americans into fighting about issues that were never an issue to begin with, so that you don't pay attention to the issues that actually are. You know? If they can get you fighting about what's in a textbook, you don't pay attention to the fact that inflation is out of control. You don't pay attention to the fact that rents are out of control. People cannot afford to live anywhere. Your salaries have never kept up with inflation. Corporations steal billions and billions of dollars from their employees with no ramifications. You don't pay attention to any of that. You pay attention to what's catchy. It's easy to keep up with. It keeps you going. You know? Ooh, can trans people use public bathrooms? Ooh. It's manufactured. Who was actually dealing with this issue? And I mean this, honestly, who was actually dealing with this issue? You know what they did? Some politician out there figured out, they go, here's a small story affecting a few people in a random place. I'm gonna make it seem like this is a nationwide issue, and then everyone starts fighting about it. But who was really dealing with it? Huh? Who of you here has ever been in a situation where you were in a bathroom and all of a sudden a skirmish broke out and you heard people being like, excuse me, is this the gender that you were born with? Does it coincide with the sign on the door? Is your genitalia matching this? Can I see it right? Who's ever seen that? Nobody. Nobody. But they make us fight about it because it's catchy. Who can use which bathroom? Who cares? Who cares? I mean it, who cares? I know someone will be like, oh, but trans people care. They want to know if they can use a public bathroom. Yeah, use whichever bathroom you want. Who's gonna stop you? No, seriously, it's a public toilet. Who is going to stop you? You tell me who's gonna enforce that law. We can't even enforce the idea that people should shit into the toilet. But you think magically they're gonna figure out if you were born this way? Use whichever one you want. Why are we wasting our time? Other people are like, oh, we're gonna fight because you gotta know who's using. Let me tell you something. If you are spending enough time to know the genitalia of the other people in a public bathroom, you're the creep. I'm worried about you. There is a simple rule to every public toilet around the world, and that rule is you get in, you pay no attention to anyone else, you hold your breath, and you get out. You're standing around staring at other people. Like every man in this room knows, when we use the toilet, what do? We get in, public toilet, you stare dead ahead. You pee, you do your thing. You do not look to either side. If you're fidgety, you look up, you look down. You do not look at anyone else. The guy next to you could start choking. You don't turn your head, you don't shake, you don't move. You hear him like, you be like, hey man, hey, you alright? Yo, hey man, you okay? Yo, you want me to call? Hey man, are you okay? Yo, you want me to call? Don't look at me! What are we doing? What are we fighting about? Public bathrooms. And if you know your history, you'll know this happens all the time in America. It happens over and over and over again. There was a time when women had to fight to use public bathrooms in America. Imagine that. There was literally a time when women weren't allowed to use public bathrooms all across America, and they had to fight. And there were men who were angry. They're like, this is crazy. You're gonna have women in public bathrooms? That's insane. Like, how does it work? Huh? What, they're gonna come in there while we're peeing? And then what, they're gonna look at our wieners? Huh? And they're gonna laugh? Huh? Think about this, ladies. There was a time when women were first allowed to step into the workplace where there were no public bathrooms that they could use. So ladies, if you were out and about back then, you needed to pee, you needed to poo, you had to go home. Yeah, and I say poo theoretically, I don't know if you actually do. No, I don't think any guy does, let's be honest. We don't. Like, we assume this on a biological level, but I don't know for certain that any woman actually, in fact, any man in here, I don't, like, think of any woman in your life. Do you know the last time she pooed? I don't think you know. I don't think you know. There is no forensic evidence to back up that claim. There is no smell, there is no stain, there is no nothing. And ladies, I don't know who's doing your bathroom PR, but they're doing a stellar job. Stellar job. Women go to the bathroom, smells better when they come out of it. How? You never know when a lady is pooing, never. Because also, women keep the same amount of time. That's the most impressive thing. You give nothing away. Yeah, a woman's gonna go pee, it takes 10 minutes. She goes to the bathroom, right? Gets there, tinkle, 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 comes out, washes her hand, powders her face, texts on the phone a bit, comes back to the table. You have no clue. Yeah, she's gonna go poo, same thing, 10 minutes. Goes to the bathroom, does a thing, pellets, comes back out, wash her hands, powder the nose, text her friends, get back out there. You have no clue. With men, you know exactly what we're doing. Discretion is not our forte. You know when every single man is gonna go pee. Why? 2 minutes. Off to the bathroom, we're in there. Quickest thing ever. It's like a NASCAR pit stop. Yeah, we get in, we pee, we come back out, act like we're washing our hands, and we're back. How do you know when we're gonna take a dump? Because it's obvious. We go to the bathroom, never come back. That's the last time you'll ever see us. Your family's putting up wanted posters in the restaurants. Have you seen this man? Imagine, people were fighting about bathrooms. This every time in America, every time. There was a time when black people had to fight to use public bathrooms. Huh? Same thing. Black people were like, why can we not use public bathrooms? And again, people were angry. This is crazy. You're gonna have black people in the public bathroom? How does that even work? Huh? So what, they're gonna be standing there while I'm peeing? Huh? And they're gonna be looking at my wiener? Huh? And they're gonna laugh? Huh? Yo, I'm old enough to remember when there was a discussion in America about whether gay people could use public bathrooms. This was an actual topic of discussion. I remember seeing people on the news being interviewed. They'd be like, do you think that gay men should be allowed into the same bathrooms as straight men? I'd be like, look, I don't mind what they do. If they keep it to themselves, that's fine. But like, just answer me this. How's it gonna work, huh? So what, you're in the bathroom with them and then what? Like he's gay and I'm just standing there and I'm peeing, huh? And he's looking at my wiener, huh? And then he grabs it, huh? And he starts yanking on it, huh? He just starts tugging away, and I get hard, and I'm enjoying it, huh? And then this is one of the best experiences I've ever had, huh? And then I start coming back weekly, hoping I'll bump into him, and I do, huh? And then at some point we agree to meet outside a nice little restaurant that's cozy and get to know each other, huh? And then a few years later we get married and our families are joined and we live happily ever after, huh? Is that what you want? Why? Public bathrooms. That's why you shouldn't bury your history. Yeah, because if you know it's happened, you know what to predict. You understand why it happened? Like the mind of Donald Trump. Oh, the other idea he had for the wall was he said America should build the wall out of solar panels. That's what he said. He said America should build the wall out of solar panels because that way the wall would generate electricity and pay for itself. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie, that's a good idea, right? It's a good idea. Unless you know anything about solar panels or the sun or walls. Because the problem with that idea is that the sun is up. A solar panel wall is not gonna work because a wall is like this. So technically it's facing down. So unless you have like a really swaggy sun that's like, yeah, I shine real low, B, it's not gonna work for you. The only way it works is if you take your border solar panel and lean it at an angle to get the sun's rays. But if you do that, now you've just created a giant ramp for Mexicans to shoot into a...
Please go crazy and welcome to the stage, the wonderful Trevor Noah!
Good evening. Or not. Sorry, I get nervous when I start a comedy set. I find comedies very similar to sex for me. Well, it's exactly like sex when you think about it. You know, just me, the comedian, playing the role of the man, and you, the audience, the role of the woman. Because it's my job to satisfy you, and you just have to sit there. And then just like sex, my success or failure is somehow determined by how much noise you make during my performance. Oh, you're just faking it now, thank you. It's a one-sided affair. So I hope you aren't the quiet types. No, you were great, really. Makes it worse when a guy laughs in the middle of it. It's not meant to be funny. This is my first time in Australia, and I must say I'm enjoying it. After 2 days of traveling to get here, I finally arrived, and it's quite a quaint place. It wasn't supposed to take me that long. We were delayed. First delay was I got to the airport in Johannesburg. I was on a Qantas flight, and they said, sorry, sir, there's a bit of a delay. I said, how long? They said, 24 hours. So well, that's not a delay, that's cancellation. So that's another day. So they said, come back tomorrow. I came back the next day, and then we tried it again, and this time we were on the plane, and then there was another delay of about 4 to 5 hours where we were stuck on the tarmac, and the plane couldn't take off because the airplane wasn't balanced. I've never heard of that in my life. That's what the pilot said, and like because he's a pilot, we believe him. He just said it because the pilot sounds serious when they're saying it. He came on, he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a bit of a problem on the plane. Don't know what's going on. Seems like it's not balanced, but we'll have to check on what's going on, and we'll get back to you as soon as we know." And I won't lie. As soon as he said that, I looked at the fat people. But not in a bad way, not in a bad way, just in an objective manner, like, hey, you guys, you can't sit together. You just sit one on, yeah, the plane. Probably you. It's probably you. Speaking of fat people, is Biggest Loser the biggest show in Australia? That's all I see on TV, is just The Biggest Loser. I love that show. It's fantastic. It's always on TV. What a fantastic show. For those who don't know, The Biggest Loser is a show where they try and help fat people lose weight through torture, basically. Yes, both emotional and physical. Yeah. They do horrible things like leaving food in the house that they're living in, then ask them why they're eating it. Why did you eat the food, Kevin? Why did you eat the food? Because it was there and he's fat. That's what he does. That's like his specialty. You knew this before he came. Why are you now acting shocked? They should do a show about the people that make the show and call them the biggest assholes. That's what they should say. The show's not helping anybody. I love it. An amazing show. But yeah, so we were flying. So we flew. Flew from Johannesburg to Sydney. Sydney, you come in, and then you have to leave the airport and then go back into the airport to fly. You go through border control. Very friendly. I must say, Australia, I'm very impressed. Very friendly border control. You guys are very chilled out, very cool. Like visas, not really like needed. Sort of, it is, but not like the. Do you have your visa? No. All right. Well, you know. I learned the secret to getting through from a few Chinese men that were ahead of me is that you just have to irritate the border police, and then they just let you in. There's a guy ahead of me, and the woman was asking him, "Excuse me, sir, where are you going to be staying in Australia?" "No, where are you staying?" Like, kangaroo. "No, sir, where are you staying?" Kangaroo. No, sir, you can't. No, it's not like, where are you going to be staying? Kangaroo. All right, just go in. I just came in. And he was just like, it was fantastic. Yes, and he had this look when he got to the other side, like it works every time. Just, you know, this knowing look about him. And so you come in, and it seems too easy because it is, because the border control is very chilled, but then you get like to the customs, which is the most hardcore place in the world. I don't know what the hell happened in Australia, but you guys need to chill out when it comes to fruit. People are standing there being strip shirts. Where did you get the apple? I don't care if you can't speak English. You're going to spend a week in quarantine, mate. Where did you get the apple? I don't care. Where's the apple from? You see people, it's like, there was a guy that was stopped for weed. Is that marijuana? Well, don't do it again. But you with the apple, back to where you came from. What did fruit do to your country? It's such a weird place getting used to Australia, because you finally come in and then you can't understand anybody. You really, really can't, because like you guys say you speak English, but it's not. It's like you try, but then I couldn't tell. Like sometimes it actually sounds like it's Chinese. I used to hear people making jokes about, oh, there's all these Chinese, but then when you come in, you don't know if the Australians are Chinese or not Chinese. Like, because it sounds the same to me, especially like a very deep Australian accent. Very like people say things, oh yeah, how you go, oh yeah, oh, ni hao, oh, ni hao, oh yeah, ni hao, oh. Ah, yeah. Shishini. I don't know what's going on here, man. This is very. And then the phrases I do understand don't make sense. Like positive phrases, like apparently she'll be right. I don't know who she is and how she applies to me, but this is very important to say in Australia. You also feel it's very important to tell everybody that you have no worries. Yeah, I didn't ask you about your life's philosophy. I just asked you how you were on the day. And you, oh, no worries, no worries. Really? Not even one? Not even one worry? Really, Australia? Are things that good here? No, not even one? Not even prostate cancer? Not even one? Not even North Korea? Because those guys are close. I'm just saying. Not even one worry? Yeah. And the strangest one, and this is something I've learned, which I wish you'd teach people before they come, is the correct answer to the phrase, how you going, is not by aeroplane. I feel it's strange to ask people this when they're traveling. I was flying with Sydney, and then we were going to Melbourne, and I got to the counter, and I said to the woman, "Hi, I'm going to Melbourne, please." And she said, "Oh yeah, how you going?" I said, "By aeroplane." That is why I've chosen this building over here to be traveling in. And she said, no, I was greeting you. And I said, oh, no worries. You guys have been great. Thanks for having me. Have a good night. You've got great radio stations. I was listening to a Power 106 when I was coming down here. Fantastic. Yeah, the hip-hop radio station. The only thing that was weird, I don't understand, is why do you guys censor your hip-hop on hip-hop radio stations? I understand when I listen to Kiss, they played a hip-hop song and then they censor. I was like, okay, maybe some people don't like, but then on the hip-hop station, they censor hip-hop. Why would you do that? It's a hip-hop station. surely everyone listening to the hip-hop station knows what hip-hop is all about. Like, is there somebody listening to hip-hop who doesn't like the cussing particularly? Who are the people that made these laws? Who was that person who was like, you know what, I can't handle the cussing. I just can't handle it. Please, cut it out. But keep the misogyny. Keep that in. Keep that in. Because these hoes ain't loyal. Like, who was that? Because it's the straight, I've never heard anything like, all over the world, when you listen to a hip-hop music station, they play the song the way it is because that's how it should be, you know? As if it's crass, that's it. You don't like it, that's why you don't listen to hip-hop. That's how it should be. But you can't cut the swearing, you can't cut out the cussing, you can't censor hip-hop. That in itself is defiling what hip-hop is, because hip-hop was a manner of speaking out. It was speaking out against the establishment, against the man. That was. I mean, these days it's changed. It's more about cough syrup and strippers. But back in the day, it had that thing. You were speaking out. You can't censor hip hop now. It makes hip hop sound uncertain. I've never heard anything sound so bad in my life. It sounds like the rappers are insecure now. It sounds like they're unsure of themselves, like they're suffering post-traumatic stress or something. Because the guys come out and half of the words are missing. It's just like, yeah, when a dope want you, but you can't do it for you. I can make a rich, but I don't, bro. This ain't loyal. No, this ain't loyal. It's just like, what is going on here? You ready, B? I don't think I'm ready, man. I don't think I'm ready. I'm really stressed right now. I actually didn't think this